Namaste everyone, how are you? This is our second YouTube video for teens and tweens. It's a class suitable for children 9 or 10, maybe year 4 upwards, all the way to year 12. And I have been told that parents have gotten a lot out of it as well. So mum and dad, stay, get into your activewear. No one is judging what you're wearing at the moment. So with these classes, children can move quite, they can be quite nimble, or they can be nimble and they're getting a little bit older, they can start to get stiff. Parents may not know how far their bodies can go. Normally when I teach a class in front of me, I'm quite strict with alignment, or to make sure that a student's safe. So I can't see you. I want you to make sure that you're safe. We are going to do challenging poses. So what I'm going to do with each challenging pose is break down the easy version. You're going to check you're okay at the easy version. And then you're going to do the next version. So if you can do the first version, you go to option 2. Then you go to option 3 and then option 4. We have every single advanced yoga posture has a breakdown option as well. So, which is the wonderful thing about yoga. So please listen to your body. I would really not like to hear that somebody hurt themselves. We can't be responsible for people hurting themselves. This is just some housekeeping. The second thing, when you start to do some yoga, you're going to find your body may not reach certain areas. You may not be able to do things naturally. So until you can, you might need some equipment. So what I've been recommending, if you're lucky enough, you've got a mat. This is a real block and a real belt and a real bolster for yoga. However, if you don't have these pieces of equipment, you can use books. So today might be using books. Things change halfway through the class. I have a theme, but sometimes the content is different. And then try to make them even, so we can do a few fun things like jumping through them. A tie, you can use your dad's tie instead of a belt. A blanket, if you're on hard ground, some postures, if you're quite bony, might be a little bit harsh on the ground. So you can use a towel, and instead of a bolster, this is not a thick cushion, but a thick cushion if you can. So I'd like to introduce a different theme each time. So last time we did mindfulness, and today is about accepting making mistakes. So we're in a situation at the moment where everybody's locked down at home, and children are at home and have to discipline themselves to do their homework, and we're finding challenges, yeah? You might find if you love art and you hate maths, you'll do your art homework, but the challenge to sit down and do maths while you're at home can cause a lot of tension and anxiety. So what we want to learn about is making mistakes. And so we're now going to get rid of that idea of I'm good at things, I'm bad at things. What we need to learn is the more mistakes you make mistakes as you learn. So if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying, are you? So for instance, I'm going to show you a pose. Have a look at this. I'll see if I can get it right. I might make a mistake. So, I was not born doing that pose. I practiced 1 hour a day for 20 years before I got my first free balance handstand. So I can't tell you how many mistakes. You saw 3 of them just there and then. I can't tell you how many mistakes I made in order to achieve the pose. My teacher broke down every part of the body, the neck, the core, the arms, the alignment. Every class was a different component. So this is just like whatever you're struggling with at school, or whatever is your confrontation at the moment. If you break the challenge down into small parts and then do the next part and then the next part, eventually the practice leads to perfection or close to perfection. So saying that, why don't we start the class? Enough of me talking. And that means that we actually have to learn some hard poses today. That's so that we can make the mistakes, have a little bit of fun making them, and then move on, and then get better. So let's start with your mirror me. So I've got my right leg in, your left leg out in, right leg out, and let's do our deep stretch all the way out to the right. Good. And then from here, we're going to lift up. And this is how we normally start our tweens and teens practice. It's a nice way to start. It's a little bit like a dance. Because I'm not allowed to put on music at the moment, what I recommend is you put on a really lovely flowing piece. I found a gorgeous one on Spotify. What I put in chants, absolutely beautiful. You can do that. Or if you like your pop music, you can put your pop music on. Regardless. Okay, we're going to come back up again. And we're going to lift up. Good. And then hold the foot. And then extend out. So if you're stumbling while you're doing this, if you're finding it quite hard, the good news is we're going to do it each class and you'll get better and better and better. Those who find this easy can bring your hands to prayer and arm over there and stretch. So to get a deeper stretch, I'm going to lower the shoulder. So instead of the shoulder up, I'm going to bring the shoulder down and press the hip down and the knee. Good. Let's do one more stretch here. Okay. From here, that same leg that was out, we are going to lunge. Anybody who knows my classes knows I love a good lunge. And the reason why I like lunges is because I love back bends. And there is nothing like strong legs and open, flexible hips to give a bigger, deeper back bend. Good. Let's come to the other side. One leg in and one leg out. Flex the foot. And extend arm over the head. Good. And then coming up. And then opening up. I think we were just here first, weren't we? So a couple of ways to go deeper. Push the hips forward. Open the chest back. And don't just flick the top arm. Make the arm an opening with the chest. Good. Okay, from here, looking out over the leg and folding forward. Good. Coming all the way back up and extending up and open. And grab the foot. Push your hips forward. Arc back. Lengthen out. Extend. So I don't want to see this with your leg. I want to see active legs. And then coming up and then side stretching. Great. And we can't forget our lunge. Good. 3 breaths. And 2. And 1. Coming back. Okay, so the challenge pose today, I think the challenge pose in our first class was lotus. Our challenge pose today is going to be crow pose. So let's do a preparation for crow. Can you bring one leg out and in? One leg out and in. Now you've got to really exaggerate the tuck. I'm going to show you why. That tuck is really required. That tuck is going to be essential for that. So we're just going to do 5 tucks like this. I am actually not a big fan of exercise like this, but I do know these are excellent preparations. If I'm told, I don't like it for exercise sake, but if I'm told it will prepare me for a really developed yoga posture, I'll do what it takes. Okay, one more. Good. And let's come to downward dog. Stretch the bottom in the air. It doesn't matter if your dog looks like this or like this. Let's see if we can stretch it out. Actually, lift your palms off the ground and stretch your bottom in the air and lift your heels off the ground. Good. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Good. Get that deep stretch. Bounce the belly in towards the thighs. Bounce the chest in. Stretch the legs and down they go. Good. Now raise the right leg in the air behind you. Good. And from here, let's bring the right foot forward and back. Let's do a few of these. Forward and back. 2 more. And last one. Hold. Whoa, and back. Good. And bring that leg down. And then the other leg comes up. 5 of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now from here, downward dog. Now jump into a squat. Good, because this is going to be our preparation for crow. So we will do some salutes, but each time we have a break, we will just prepare for crow a little bit more. Let's get our knees into our armpits. So suck the belly in and just chest up and lean forward. We're not going to go anywhere yet. We are just going to lean forward and test where we can go and back. And test where we can go and back. So if your pose looks like this, your nose will smash on the ground when you do the real pose. You've got to try, see my heart space is moving towards the entrance of my room in front. Here, here, and then here. Good, now from here, coming to a squat and raising all the way up and down. One more warm up before we do our salutes. These are my favorite stretches. These are the banana bends. So let's stretch to one side. So if I'm stretching to my right. So if you're stretching to your left, I'm stretching to my, your left. Grab your right wrist, sorry. Still not getting the left and the arms, right arms right. Again, coming to the other side. Okay, and back to the center. Let's work on our salutes to the sun. If you can see me. Arms up on the inhale. Hands down, exhale. We do 5 each day. Coming back to plank on the inhale. And push down as you exhale. Up dog, inhale. And downward dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Now see if you can come all the way to the top of the mat. If your foot lands here, maybe you help it along. And the other side. Exhale. Inhaling up and exhale. Arms up, inhale. Palms down, exhale. Now let's give this one a go. You can either walk back to plank or jump. Now your plank has to look firm and solid. Can I show you what we're going to try not to do? Try not to do that. See the back sinking? I want you to round the upper back and scoop your tailbone down. Exhale, pushing down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, up to you. Exhale, downward dog, 3 breaths. 1 and 2, 3. Jump forward, head down, arms all the way up, inhale, and exhale. So we'll do the next one together in silence. Just 1 breath per pose. And then 3 breaths, downward dog. Okay, let's put a few fun variations in. Arms up as you inhale. Palms down as you exhale, fold. Right, jump back and push down and come to snake pose or upward dog, up to you, and downward dog. Okay, we've got our bottom in the air. Now you've got to know which one's your left leg and your right. Tomorrow we'll be going through coordination, but today we are going to pick up our left leg and swing it all high in the air. So try not to collapse the right side of the body. Does your pose look like this? You need to pull your tummy in. You need to stretch your hips out of the waist. Stretch your waist out of the ribs. And then bring your foot in between the hands. Be on the ball of the back foot. And come to a high lunge. This is strong. This takes mental and physical strength. Because your mind is going, I don't want to do this. But this, as I said, all this hard stuff, it's just the foundation for the fun stuff. Do you see what I mean? So if you wanted to do this, you can. So from here, we're going to come back to downward dog. Plank, push down, up dog, and down dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3, and jump forward. Head down. all the way up. Inhale. And hands to prayer, exhale. I'm just going to make sure you can see the top of my body. I'm going to move back a little bit. Okay. That's better, baby. I'm further away, but you can see what I'm doing. Inhale. And exhale. Look up, jump back, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhaling. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Raise your right leg in the air behind you. Bring your right foot all the way in between the hands and be on the ball of the back foot. And sink down. Good. And if anybody wanted to try what I call the fun variation, not everybody finds this fun, but if you practice, you could get it. Okay, from here, downward dog, and plank, push down, up dog, downward dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, stretch it out, bottom in the air, wiggle. 3, 4, 5. Now from here, jump to our squat. Remember, we are going to go in stages with the crow. Keep your chest up. So what we did before, we had our knees just under our armpits. Now remember, I know some of you 10 and 11-year-olds have skinny, long legs with bony knees and bony arms. So if you need, you could maybe bring your arms here, your legs here. But eventually, once you've got the lift, yes, you can go over there. You can bring your knees into your armpits, and we're going to go forward, remember? And forward. Then the next stage, maybe lift one foot up and then down. Maybe lift the other leg up and then down. Now, here are all sorts of options. You could try just to lift forward. See if you can just jump the foot off. I don't even mind if there is a little bit of a nosedive. Make sure that you're on something soft. But we are going to work on that in the next few moments, just a few practices. Coming back to our frog. And then coming all the way up to standing. Inhale. And hands to prayer. Exhale. Close your eyes. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Now bring your hands down. But the other day we went through tree pose. Let's go back through our basics. So we either had the foot here or the foot here or in our half lotus. And bringing the arms up. 6 breaths. You're a little bit older than our younger group. So let's start to hold longer. Now what do we need for our balance? Our big toe on the ground. Fixed gaze. Still mind. 3 more breaths. And 2. Now in my classes, the coming out of the posture is just as important as the coming in. So we don't want to come out like this. Okay? So we're going to go through the other side. So we're going to put our left foot down, our other leg down. You might have your right leg down. So you can either put the foot into your calf, into your thigh. Now what if you can't balance? For the younger kids or some people, who, especially flexible people are so bad at balance. Not all, but many. Use little walls so you could actually sort of like maybe just use the wall a little bit. But promise me, once you've used the wall, once you've got your stability, you'll wean yourself off. So we've got 3 more breaths. And 2. And 1. Good. Let's go through our mini sequence. And tomorrow when we do coordination, I think it's coordination, we will get some more and we'll make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to come to warrior 2. We are going to hold each pose for 3 breaths. It's like a flowing dance. Warrior 2. 2, 3. Now open the palm and reverse the warrior. But you want to keep this knee bend. And then stretch. 2, 3. Then you're going to work on what version suits you today. Either elbow on the knee or slide the arm down and bring the arm up 180 degrees. 1, 2, 3. Back to warrior 2. Hopefully your legs aren't burning yet. reverse, and I've got a present for you. You're going to stretch the leg. You might even bring the legs a little closer, and then you're going to swing down to triangle. Now, what I would like you to work on with triangle, if you haven't done these poses before, slide yourself down a wall. Find a wall, even if you have to stop the video, and try and sandwich yourself against the wall. I've actually got my daughter Soraya here, waiting to do some partner work. She needs a good squish. She's one of those gangly little kids, so turn this foot out. She needs to be squished against a wall. No, we're not doing half moon, we're doing triangle. I'll show you here. Good. Squish, squish, squish. Breathe. Okay, and she can do it to me. Squish, squish, squish. Ah, good adjustment. She's becoming a little mini yogi. Okay, from here we have another side to do. So we've done our triangle, and let's come to the other side. So we are going to go this way. So 1, 2, 3, and reverse the warrior. 2, 3. Now either elbow on the knee or slide the arm down into side angle posture. 2, 3. And then reverse the triangle and then come to triangle. So let's do a squish. Soraya, you want to come to the other side and I'll squish you on the other side? Okay, so you're going to turn this foot out here. Good. And she's going to come down. Just by being my little assistant for the last week, she's actually opening up a lot. So if you actually did your yoga and you got a little bit of help from your sibling or your parents every day, all those tight parts of the body, there's been a major improvement here. Good. You want to squish me? Okay, I think I need to go the other way. So parents and child can squish each other. Push more. You can lie right on top of me. There you go. Ah, that's better. And a cuddle as well. Good. Okay, thank you. Okay, so coming down, we might do our last options for crow pose, and then we're going to work on some partner stretches, which is what Soraya's come to visit me for. So just to let you know, the reason why I put crow pose in my mistakes class, my class about mistakes, is that when I did my teacher training, I found I improved, and the one thing I couldn't get was the arm balance. I just couldn't get it. Do you know what I was scared of? That I would smash my nose. It's such a silly thing. As I mentioned before, this is how you smash your nose in crow. Bang! Okay, now, there's a couple of ways to not smash your nose. Chest forward, collarbone up. So don't tilt down, tilt up. And then this was a fun little exercise given by a teacher that I went to a few years ago. Try to seesaw. So do get your forehead to the ground. Exhale. And then come up and come onto your toes. And then exhale. Now some of you may be able to come into crow, but if not, rock back. So we're going to do 2 or 3 of these. So here, stay or rock back. 1 or 2 more. Okay, and you get very tired in crow very quickly. So come onto the crown of your head and interlace your fingers and arms over. Okay, last way to approach crow. You're going to get a block or a bolster or a pillow, something soft, or your book. There's something to cushion. And you are going to get into your shape with your head on whatever the elevation is. Find it. You're going to keep your elbows over your wrists and then see if you can lift up. Even if it's for a second. Listen, if you stumble, ideally, hopefully you won't hurt yourself too much. Okay. So, we've now used our shoulders and neck a lot. Why don't we grab a partner? Can I get my partner to come along? We're going to do 2 comfortable stretches. This is Soraya. And then we're going to teach you a bit of a challenge today. So from here, this is called the steeple. So we are going to, Soraya doesn't know we're doing this, so she's going to have to follow the instructions as well. So we're going to stand, you can just stand there, raise your arms up. Now, push your bottom back. No, don't walk back yet. Hello? How's your day? Okay, so I'm going to, you're going to stick your butt back and open up your chest. Okay, now arms straight up. Now from here, We're going to drop one arm. Push your arm into me and stretch. So make sure you're doing it with someone you've been in isolation with for a long time. You're getting quite close here. Okay. Arms back. Yep. Straight legs. Chest up. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Good stretch? This is a great stretch if you've been in front of the computer all day. How about arms up? And stick your butt back. Okay, you can have a competition here to see who laughs the first. Very serious kid, this one. Okay, so that's number one. So I was asking Soraya what her favourite partner stretch was, and she mentioned it was the cobra. So let's give it a go. She's going to lie down on her stomach along the mat. Other way. Yeah, along the mat there. Yeah. So cobra, yeah, she's lucky. She's got a dippy little back, a flexy back. I don't have that. I've got to use my legs a lot more. She says it doesn't hurt her back, but we've got to make sure she keeps strong. So now she's a bit squished here. I'm just going to relax your shoulders. Oh. Are you breathing? Her shoulders have told me she's done too much athletics today. Is that correct? Now, she's got very long arms for her size. Why don't you bring your arms forward? Yeah, that might help. So, guys, if you can't get your hands under your armpits, you might be quite long-limbed. So you can bring your hands forward like a seal. And if there's any strain in the back, make sure your child has a lot of space in the lower back. Is your back okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to do a massage for your child. And if they've been stressed out all day because of their homework, and this is a great way to relax. Okay, now she's going to come into child's pose. And I'm going to stretch her out here. Give her a bit of a massage. This is a nice one. When I push down on her left hip and her right shoulder and I spread her skin out and then the other way. And do you know why I'm being so nice to her? Because she's going to do the same for me. Now, my back is not as flexible. So when you're working with partners, you have to be very considerate of what they can and can't do. So don't sit on my bottom. You're going to sit a bit further back. Okay. So don't sit right on a mummy's back unless she's very, very flexy and strong in her back. Sit maybe on the top of the legs. Okay, pull me back. Now the child doesn't yank the mum or dad. Just asks if she can go deeper or not. I could go a bit deeper. You can pull me back. Good. 3 more breaths. Good. A few massages. And 2. Oh, I love it. And 1. Okay, so coming off. And I'm going to come into child's pose. Now, if she's little, she can lie on my back. Do you want to lie on my back? So sit on my bottom and lie down and arms over your head. So this is a good stretch for her as well. When she's got her arms over her head, it's a good little back bend.
Mom?
Yeah?
Could I surf with you?
You can, oh, that's a different pose. Do you want to try? I don't think you're going to get it. Oh, not on my spine. Ah. Okay. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Whoa, good girl. Okay, see if you can do that as well. Okay, so the challenge we're going to do today is a strengthening exercise, which requires us to be able to do a little bit of core work and go a little bit upside down. So Soraya's going to show you, it's best on this wall, a Spider-Man handstand. It's actually on this wall so you can see. Yeah, I hope you can see what she's doing here. I'm going to put the, yeah. She's going to pull her, yeah, here you go. No, just stay there. So we're going to have a lot of fun with Spider-Man handstands. Don't worry about that yet. Okay. So from there, coming down. Good. So now she's going to do a Spider-Man handstand on my downward dog. So I might move the mat a little bit. And I'm going to come to downward dog. And she's going to do her Spider-Man so she doesn't get her hands too far away from me. So how are we going here? So now we're here. Now, which one? So this is your right hand. We are both going to raise our right leg in the air. You've got to put, that's your left. Okay. Good. And then down. And then the other side. Okay, here's a hard one. Can you high five? Ah! And high five. Whoa. Okay. Okay, and then coming down. Ah! Okay. The next one we're going to do is we're going to do wheelbarrow. So she's going to come to a plank pose. Okay. I'm going to hold her legs, head up, and we're going to go for a walk. Okay, this is easy stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you what happens. Okay, when you have your back like this, so move back and show them what you just did with your back. When you have your back like that, it's not only really hard, I've seen kids really hurt themselves. So your plank has to be super strong. It can't be like this from the start. So stage one, come back to stage one, is the plank. So now her bottom is just a little bit lower, and when I lift her, she stays. Okay, now start to walk. This is the head up a little bit. With your head up, you stay stronger. Good. Now, let's go backwards. Now, this involves me not pulling her or else she's going to slip on her face. Okay, well done. So let's try her carrying me. So I'm going to go to plank. Now, I weigh about twice as much as my daughter. And if I keep my tummy pulled in...
I love you.
Yeah, no, if I suck my belly in, it gives her a better chance of being able to lift me. Should we try it one more time?
Yes.
Let's give it a go. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Well done.
You got big hair in you.
Okay, that's it. Now, we are going to do our next exercise. We're building up to a core strengthening exercise. She's going to come to plank. Strong legs, strong neck. And I'm going to bring her up into Spider-Man. And then I'm going to bring her down into wheelbarrow. And then Spider-Man. How many can you do? We put it on our Instagram the other day, a challenge of 10. Can you do 10? How many have you done? 4? 5? Okay, we got to 5, okay?
We need 5 more.
Okay, 5 more? Let's give it a go. Okay, 1, good, we're starting strong. 2, 3, good, straight arms. Put your tummy in 4, and 5, well done. Okay, partner 1 needs a bit of a massage. Okay, maybe do your rabbit posture. So she's on her knees, and she'll put her crown of the head down on the ground, and interlace your fingers behind the back and bring your arms over your head. Interlace. Now here's a nice one. You can help them. Another amazing stretch if they've been on computers all day, if they're very stressed. Children overthink everything. They're not sorting and processing stuff out amazingly yet. It's all stuck here, all that tension. Can you partner me with a rabbit? Can you adjust my rabbit pose? Okay, so pull as much as you can. Yep, now bring the arms down, yep. Good, one more time with the arms. Fantastic. Okay, here is the last part of our partner challenge. Okay, lie on your back. I'm going to lie on my back. Sorry, you're going to stand here. Do you remember what we're doing? Step 1, now with partner work, you don't go to step 4 until you've mastered step 1. Step 1 is easy. Parent or bigger child lies down, puts the arm up. Step 2, child puts a hand on shin. And then we get to here. Now we make sure we are stable. Now I'm going to sit up and then down and then up and then down. 3, 2, 4. Let's just do 5. Whoa.
6.
And down we go. So sometimes it's better to have a third person to spot the child. And when you bring the child's hips up and down, then the person sitting up will also benefit. Now we've got another fun thing. Soraya doesn't even know this one. So we are going to do it's another core exercise, and it's about plow poses. So we're going to lie down with our hips next to each other. It's like a sleepover party. We're going head to toe. Turn the other way, head to toe, and you're going to have your hips here. So I'm going to set her up first because she doesn't know what we're doing yet. I'm going to get her into plow. Over there. Good. And arms out. You've got to be able to have your plow on your own. Okay. Hold hands. Now, let's lower down. That way, you're going to lower your legs down. Bottom down and legs go down into dish. And then come up and swap. Squeeze your legs together, Soraya. And up. And down. Ah, now we got it. And down. And up. And down. 3 more on each side. Don't land your legs on the ground. Don't cheat. Okay.
All I can see is your bottom.
Yeah, all I can see is your cute bottom too. Okay. So, that's enough strengthening work. Why don't we do a little bit more of a partner stretch? So we'll go back to back butterfly. Okay, right behind me. What's your butterfly pose? That's not a butterfly pose. Even not looking at you, I can tell you're not in butterfly. Okay, and then fold. Oh, that's good. Can you lie more on top of me? Lie. Okay, breathing. Okay, and then the other way. Whoa. You okay? Okay, 5 breaths. And 4. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, we'll see how we're going for time. Perfect. Okay, well, how about one yin stretch? Our yin stretch today, we are just going to lie down on our backs. I'm going to demonstrate, and then we're not going to hold it for too long. We're going to hold it for a couple of minutes on each side. You've got 2 options. You can either just lie down with your legs this way, or we can do what's called eagle legs. You bring one leg over the other and the other foot under, and you twist. Okay, so I'm going to set Soraya up. So she's going to arms. She's going to be on her mat. Arms 180 degrees. Then from here, we are going to bring our knees this way and look. Close your eyes. I'm going to make it close your eyes. I'm going to make it even more comfortable for her. She's getting 5-star treatment. She's getting a little pillow and maybe a bit of a massage. She gets a little stressed during these days. Do you get stressed?
Yeah.
So we're going to stay for 2 minutes on each side. So close your eyes. Once again, it could be time to put on some relaxing music. Or do the stretch yourself. So the reason why we keep our eyes closed in this pose, I know when I give this to children, half the children just fall asleep and keep their eyes closed, and half of them just cannot keep their eyes closed to save their life. And I'm just working out. Soraya struggles to keep her eyes closed, but we want to completely avoid distractions. Whatever distractions are around, and closing your eyes is the best way to avoid distractions. Slow the breath down. When you're ready, slowly coming back to the center. Okay, coming all the way up, and hug your knees into the chest. And now cross your other leg over. Other leg. Left leg over right. Head on the pillow. Okay. I think you're too relaxed. Okay, here we go. No, you just did that side. Do you want to bring your head? You want to relax a little bit more? Okay. So what I'm seeing from practicing with this little one every day who started off as a bit of a ball of tension, I have really noticed after doing about 40 minutes with me every day, only because she has to, only because the camera's on, her body's opening up. We're beginning to get a little bit more relaxed when it comes to approaching work and homework. A little bit more relaxed. That's coming. She's learned a lot of lessons about mindfulness, awareness, cooperation. Close your eyes. Okay, and now from here, stretching all the way out, Surya. So she's going to show you Shavasana. Shavasana is the best pose ever. Legs are out about 15 or 20 centimeters apart. Eyes are closed. And let's do a little breathing relaxation today. I want you to imagine that there is a balloon in your belly. And as you inhale, the balloon expands. And as you exhale, the balloon contracts. Inhale, expansion. And exhale, contraction. Inhale. Just through the nose, mouth closed, exhale. Now, I want you to imagine the balloon is red. Inhale the red balloon, feel very grounded. And exhale. Another one, inhale. And exhale. Now let's breathe an orange balloon. Inhale, orange balloon just a little bit deeper. And exhale. The orange balloon is good for your stomach muscles, your digestive organs, your whole belly is relaxed. It's good for your tummy aches. If you get them with anxiety, any cramps. Now, let's inhale and exhale a yellow balloon. Yellow balloon. This is all your confidence and your self-esteem. Understanding that you just give things a go, not losing confidence when you make mistakes. Next balloon is a green balloon, and this is all about love. Forgiveness and kindness, understanding, sharing, giving without needing to receive something back. That's a very, very hard lesson to learn and very hard for children, but we learn it with that when we get older. And now the blue. Inhale the blue balloon and exhale the blue balloon. And massage your throat. This is all about expressing yourself. How are you expressing yourself at the moment? Are you doing your creative writing? Can you do beautiful drawings? Can you sing? Can you dance? Are you putting on the YouTube dance lessons and dancing, following the steps? Now breathe a purple balloon. And this balloon's all about intelligence and understanding and knowing. Opening your mind to new ideas. Understanding anything is possible if you try hard enough. And maybe now the crown of the head. The white. Breathing a white balloon in and out and feeling like you could float. So high in the sky. You can float anywhere on earth. To the moon, to the planets. You can just float high on a cloud to your favorite holiday destination. Our family like a very pretty little place in Thailand, and I think that's where we end up floating to most of the time. And keep floating and relaxing on your cloud, in space, wherever you like, for 10 more counts. I'm going to count backwards with the breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now last breath in. Last breath all the way out. And you can either stay lying down or you can slowly, slowly come all the way up to seated. Give yourself a big, big stretch. And remember the pose we learnt the other day? Lotus pose. It's not live streaming, Saraya. It's a yoga video. Come to your lotus. We're learning the difference. It's not easy. Raise your arms above the head, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale. Make a wish. And sing one Om. Om. Namaste, yogis. May all beings be happy and free.